Testing, 1, 2, 3. What is up, guys? Today it's another video, it's a new week, and here is a little story time on how I got 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out yesterday. And yeah, it was a crazy experience. You guys can probably tell that my face is a little discolored. I heard that happens after surgery or anything, but my face might still be swollen. I might be talking funny because there's like 4 holes in my mouth, right? So if you guys are new to my channel, I'm Antoinette. I post videos once a week, maybe twice if I'm feeling good, and I really hope you do subscribe, and I hope you find this video relatable. Yeah, and that's about it. Let's get on to the video. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I don't have the best history when it comes to dental work and all of that. There was a point in my life where I did not go to the dentist for years, and I know that's disgusting, but life happened, and I finally got to the age where I could take myself to the dentist. So I decided to go, and my mouth is terrible. There's a lot going on in there. After my initial exams, like last year, we decided that I did need root canals, which I never got. We were watching out for my wisdom teeth that were coming in because my dentist could already see that they were coming in. But he was like, since they don't cause you pain, we're not gonna do anything with it. And I was like, that's fine. So over time, going to the dentist, he, was checking things out, saying like the goal for my teeth so that in the end, like after everything is fixed, I can get braces, which probably is still a little ways off. A few months ago, I was eating Doritos, and I don't know, it hit the impacted tooth, aka the wisdom tooth back here on my lower right side. And so the next day I went into the dentist and I told him what happened, and he took x-rays, and he's like, yeah, that wisdom tooth has actually grown or moved over another tooth, so like it's on top of another tooth. And I was like, oh wow. So I had to schedule, and I don't want to say emergency because I had to schedule he said I had to see an oral surgeon. He told me that I had to make an appointment with an oral surgeon, that there was nothing more that he could do, and so he gave me a referral, and I made the appointment at an oral surgeon in my city. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't even know what the fucking oral surgeon does, but I mean, common sense, right? I was supposed to initially have my wisdom teeth removed in August. Yeah, it was like a week after college started, but I was like, I don't want to miss class, so could I do that? Like, I don't want to miss class so early in the year, so I was like, can I do that another time? Then we made the appointment for Friday, October 13th, because I don't have classes on Fridays, so I could do that and then have the whole weekend to kind of recover the first initial pain and then still go to school, yeah. So yesterday, woke up 8 a.m., got dressed. My appointment wasn't until 11, but I can't sleep past 8 a.m. now because I'm a college student, so this still kind of hurts to talk, but I'm trying as best as I can without sounding like a complete idiot while talking. So, yeah, we went to the dental office where the oral surgeon is, and we go in, and on my referral sheet it says that they don't offer the sleeping anesthesia. When you fall asleep, you wake up, everything's fine. They said they don't offer that on the referral, but when I got to the office, they said it's $40 for that. So I had that option, but I didn't have the money to pay for it because times are hard out here. We already know that we already know. I was like, okay, fine. He's gonna numb my gums, all of that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. And if you guys have watched my previous videos, everybody knows I have anxiety, or I've dealt with anxiety in the past, and I'm not really afraid of the dentist as I used to be. So it's like, okay, this is gonna be fine. It's not gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt because I'm gonna be awake, but I mean, they're trying to minimize the pain. They're dentists, So I go back and I sit in the chair, and this is not really gonna be long, but I sit in the chair and they make me watch a movie and sign a release form saying, you know, since this is a surgery, you know, these are the potential dangers, that you're aware of these things, and just like the list of asking, do you smoke, are you pregnant, all that stuff, which of course, no, I don't know. After watching like the 10-minute video that they showed about wisdom teeth, I sat and I waited, and I wasn't really too nervous. I was like, okay, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I love watching dental videos, so I kind of know, but I don't know at the same time. The nurse lady comes in and she tells me, she's like, you have a lot going on with your mouth. And I'm like, yes, sis, I know, I'm aware of that. It's in my mouth. I know, I understand. So I didn't say that out loud because that would be rude of me, but like in my head, I'm like, I'm aware of that. After that, the actual oral surgeon comes in. He's kind of cool. He's kind of nice. He's asking me questions. He asked me was my dentist going to fix one of the teeth up here on my upper left side, and I was like, I think I know what tooth you're talking about, and I'm hoping he fixes it. That's what I said. I'm like, I'm hoping he fixes it, but I don't know the plan after I get my wisdom teeth taken out. After we had that little conversation, I was like, okay, he's cool, he's neat. You know, you never want to have a dentist that is scary or anything like that, that's going to make your anxiety or your fears worsen. So I was like, okay, he's cool, he's decent. So yeah, I was like, that he's fine, that's a good dentist. And so he comes back in and he numbs my gums 4 parts, but he told me that he was only going to be able to do 2. So I was like, that's weird, but I was like, okay, fine. So he numbs the bottom right, the top right, numbs the bottom left, the top left, and it hurts. It hurts to have a needle in your gums, like sticking your veins. It hurts. Everything that goes into your body is going to hurt. So, you know, the body's initial reaction is to move away, to pull away, you know, to ouch or ooh, and that's what I was doing. But apparently he found that annoying, which, I mean, fine. After that, he left. I waited for a few minutes for everything to become numb, and he came back. My tongue was numb, which I thought I was gonna choke on my own tongue because wow. My lips were numb. Everything from about right here to back here were numb. And I don't mean numb, but like you can't feel it. Well, you can't, but it's like if I touch it, I couldn't feel it. But yeah, so like my tongue was numb. I could still move it, but I couldn't really tell if it was there or not. So I was afraid of choking. So at that point, I was shaking, ready to cry because yeah, that's terrifying. Not to be able to feel your tongue. So he comes in and I thought like he was about to put the little things that you put on top of the tooth to like isolate it from the other teeth. It's like a little metal circle thing. I thought that's what he was doing, and I was like, okay, fine. But it turns out he had already taken out the top right and the top right and the bottom right. And I was like, okay, fine, that hurts. But meanwhile, he's yelling at me to keep my mouth open. I'm sorry, sir. My lips, I can't even feel them. How am I gonna keep my mouth open? Like, he was being rude. Yeah, so he was being rude, and then he said, keep your mouth open, I'm not gonna chase you. Sis, I cannot tell if it's open or not. As a dentist or as an oral surgeon, you should have the little bite blockers or whatever to keep my mouth open. I mean, you're supposed to be a professional, right? You should have things like that for patients who cannot do that for themselves. So he didn't, but that's like unprofessional. But okay, and him yelling at me as a patient that has anxiety or is nervous, you know, that's gonna make it so much better to yell at your patient. But anyways, then he gets to this side, and that's when I can feel it. I could feel it. Like, it was painful, and I could hear the tooth cracking and all that. So, like, I could hear it here too, but couldn't really hear it. So the tooth cracking over here was annoying because I was like, oh my god, that's terrifying. So he's yelling at me, and I'm just trying to do it. I mean, I'm trying to feel it, and like I can feel it, so like I'm already about to cry. And he's like, you're making this more difficult than it has to be. I'm sorry, sir, but you're not getting tooth pulled from your head. You can't feel it, so you can't tell me like how my pain tolerance is. Evidently it's low because it hurts, but okay, we're not going to go through that. But I think as a professional, you should stay professional at all times, unless I was being like a giant pain where I was like jumping out of the chair, things like that. I feel like you should reassure your patient and things like that. So I didn't really like that about it, but it did take like 15 minutes to do all 4. After that, bleeding was inevitable. You know, have the gauze in your mouth, look like a chipmunk. You guys can see that in my thumbnail, and I'll insert pictures around, but you could kind of see like that I look like a chipmunk from up here and down here. And then he gave me Tylenol, he gave me something else, I think amoxicillin for like antibiotics, so that it wouldn't get infected if I were to do whatever it is in life that I do. You got to take those like 3 times every 8 hours or whatever, but not too frequently, so that I don't become addicted to them, because they are drugs and they are highly addictive. So right now I cannot eat solid foods because I run the risk of removing the blood clots that are inside the wisdom teeth. So that is another thing. Also, can't suck out of a straw because, you know, you might remove the blood clots and get something called dry pockets, which I've read that it really hurts. So there's that. But I just feel like it could have been a better experience, but it also could have been worse. And right now I really don't feel any pain, which is great because of the medicine. But if I miss one little time, I'm gonna feel it, and I'm gonna feel it bad. So yeah, I also had to deal with bad breath yesterday, which is horrible because who wants to have bad breath? But you can't rinse, you can't gargle, you can't do any of that. You can't spit in case like you mess up the blood clots or they come out or whatever. So yeah, your mouth heals on its own, but you also have to take precautions, because I mean, it is like an injury and your body is trying to heal itself. So that is just basically the story of getting my wisdom teeth out. I'll probably tweet out something if you guys follow me on my social media. I'll probably tweet out something to let you guys know how I did heal, because yeah, it still was kind of uncomfortable, and I wish I can show you, but I can't really open my mouth that wide, so it's kind of like that. But can you guys comment down below if you've had a wisdom tooth story that you would like to share in the comments, and give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next week with another video. Peace.